My name's Grant Stevensen. I'm the pastor at Spirit of Truth Faith Community. We're having a conversation about what is marriage, what's biblical marriage. Maybe today we could start by looking at the first family, biblically speaking. That would be Abraham and Sarah. I want to read you a part from Genesis. Now Sarah, Abraham's wife, bore him no children. This is a problem because they're expecting to be the parents of a great nation. She had an Egyptian slave girl whose name was Hagar. And Sarah said to Abraham, "You see, God has prevented me from bearing children, so go into my slave girl. It may be that I shall obtain children by her." And Abraham listened to the voice of his wife Sarah. So Sarah gives Hagar, her slave, to her husband in order that they might begin having children with her. If we're talking about a traditional biblical marriage, I don't think most people have in mind this story, but this is actually foundational. These are the first parents in the Judeo-Christian narrative, Abraham and Sarah. Marriage is understood as something that's about procreation, and it's understood as something that can happen even if it means Sarah giving away another woman. I don't think when we're talking about marriage in modern America, we're talking about the ownership of people like Hagar, the ownership of women. But Sarah and Abraham have no trouble thinking of Hagar as someone who can be used for their ends. We've progressed in our understanding of marriage from these first parents, Abraham and Sarah. In addition to Abraham and Sarah using Hagar, here is introduced in our very first family the idea of multiple marriages. Abraham is essentially now married to two women, and we're going to see more of this as we move along and look at Abraham and Sarah's children and grandchildren and the nation that came out of them. Now I think that we hold on to this story in the Judeo-Christian tradition as our roots, as the place where we begin. And in that sense, it's our story. But I really don't think that we want to look at Abraham and Sarah as models for the way that we have and live in our own marriages. Next time, we'll take a look at their grandchildren.